Here we go again. 3 lots of batteries, all drained in 5 minutes, so it must be haunted, this house. I'm just going to try and zoom in. This is ridiculous. My camera is hopeless. Right, stop camera. Can you see that there? Right, that is the view from my bedroom window. That is actually the view from my bedroom window. So, I have been here for 2 weeks. The last vlog that I did, I was living in, that camera's gone wrong. I was living in the flat, the temporary flat, for 10 days. Prior to that, I was in the flat share above the shop on the site. So this is my 3rd move in 2 months. And I'm starting to feel like an ardent traveller by now, because it's a case of wherever I lay my hat, that's my home, because I keep moving all the time. This is one of my besties vlogs, by the way, because if you remember my last vlog, I was alone. Now I am not alone, because my babies have come home. Where are they? Babies? They're sulking, actually. They're actually sulking. We'll go for a walk in a minute. Don't worry, baby girls. They're sulking with me because I've got a day off work. I've got 2 days off. This is my 2nd day off work, and they demand an epic walk. And I've got up and it's late. It's about 11ish, half 11 now. And I haven't even been up that long, and they're sulking because they want to go swimming. So I'm going to take them down to the loch and let them have a swim. Yeah, so we've been back together now for nearly 2 weeks. They're a lot happier. We're all back in our little gang. This is really weird though. The doggies came back to me on Sunday. Was it a Sunday? Yeah, so it's Thursday now. In 3 days it'll have been 2 weeks they came up. And the day after they moved up with me, my car broke. And it's not working at all, so I have no car. Now luckily you can do online shopping and get an Asda delivery, so my food I can get delivered. And luckily the walk to work is 20 minutes, and it's a beautiful walk as well, so it's just an inconvenience, but what can you do? But yeah, do you know, I just find it funny though how the car waited. It's actually like the car has a mind, because it waited until I got my doggies back and then broke. So it's quite funny actually. So I'm in this 3-bedroomed house. I'm going to do a vlog about this house when I leave and not while I'm here, because I don't like talking about things when I'm actually in them. So this is going to be I'm going to discuss this when I leave, actually. I'm still in my same job. I do 40 hours a week minimum. There was a wedding last week. The owner's son got married, and it was on par with a royal wedding. I'm talking, you know, it was lush. It was a beautiful wedding, and I had to stay there, and it was I finished work at 1 o'clock in the morning that day, and I had to wait for a lift home because I was too tired to walk, and it was pitch black, as you can imagine as well. And I got home at 2 o'clock because the taxi had to take other people as well. So every now and again you have to do a long shift like that to cover weddings, parties. We've got a staff party coming up next month that I've been invited to, and that starts at 6, finishes dead late. But on that night I'm allowed to start early and finish early so I can go to the party. So some of the staff don't get to go to the party because they've got to work. So you've got your security, you've got the reception and food and bar staff. They won't get the night off. They have to still work. And what's happening is the other packs are coming over for the party as well, their staff, because they own 8 parks altogether. So I think it's the Dunoon staff coming over, or something like that. But anyway, it should be a good night. I just don't know what I'm going to wear. I want to wear something a bit outrageous, you know, for Christmas, because I think it should be fun. So I might dress up as an elf again and put some glitter in my hair and stuff like that, or I might dress up as a goth and put tinsel on, but I don't know yet. But anyway, yeah, I've just somebody sent a message today on YouTube about a video I did last year, and I think it was the one where I said 16-month homeless and still no home. And it's funny, isn't it, the contrast between then and now, because I don't have that stress that I had then, and it's only just dawned on me recently as well how well that I am sleeping at the moment. I'm going to bed late and getting up late, but I'm sleeping well, and that is not like me. For many years now I've had chronic insomnia really bad, and I used to think 4 hours a night was really a good night's sleep for me, but now I think you can tell that the stress has just gone because I'm sleeping better. And having the dogs back as well has really helped, because I know that they're safe. They were safe anyway, but I know that they're with me, so I know that we're back together and everybody's happy now. So yeah, I'm going to take them swimming because they really are fed up with me now. So that was, yeah, 2 weeks we've been here. I pay £600 a month rent plus utilities. So it's pretty much takes my wage. So I'm working just to have a house and my dogs. Luckily I enjoy my job, so it doesn't feel like a strain. I think if you go back in time to when I was in Halifax a few months ago, living in that dingy flat and feeling depressed because it was so oppressive and dark and horrible and overpopulated area, if I'd have been forced to go to work then full time just to pay to live in those conditions, I would have been severely angry and depressed. But you see, I'm living in a 5-star place. I mean, people pay a lot of money to come here for holidays, and to think you're living in paradise, which is what it is. I'm not even going to lie and say it's alright. It's beautiful. I mean, you've got mountain walks, you've got a walk around the lakes, you can go canoeing, you can go quad biking. There's so much to do in such a small place, and the peace is unbelievable. Honestly, I lay here at night and I never close those curtains because there's no one looking in. And last night I was laid looking at the moon and the stars, and there seems to be less air pollution up here. You still do get chemtrails and things, but it's not on the scale of down there in Halifax. It just feels like a cleaner environment, a healthier one. And mentally, I think it's really healed my mind. And, you know, I should do a talk about this, you know, with like depression, because I got depressed in Halifax, which I never had been. I've always had low moods, but low mood, it doesn't equal depression. You know, depression is something else, and that's the first time in many years I had depression, and it was terrible. And it was my soul crying. That's what it was. It was crying, saying you don't belong here, this is not for you, these people are not right for you. There was so much anger down there, and it was people down there are just not happy. They're not happy because there's so much poverty, and people are overpopulated in the cities. I don't think we are on the planet. I think that's a lie. When you come up here and you live in a village, you think, look at the difference between the people. They're generally more relaxed. Even if you're poor here, it's a different level in your mind of poor, because you feel supported up here more than down there. You don't feel so alone. It's a weird thing. You've got a mixture of millionaires living next to people on minimum wage jobs. and I think there's even people on the dole here, but not many. But you don't feel any different with anybody, and if you was to walk down the road here, you wouldn't know the difference between one and the other, because it's a different type of lifestyle up in Scotland, on the west coast. You know, when you go back down to Halifax, you can live in the poorest place, but the women try so hard to look glamorous. So they've always got loads of makeup and the lip pouts and the clothes, and you know what I mean, the hair, and they make a massive effort because there's so much competition. I don't know what it is, but up here, somebody with money, they don't look like the housewives of Beverly Hills. They look like me, and a lot of them don't wear makeup or dress up fancy. They just wear what they wear, and I like it because you don't feel like you stand out. I felt more poor down in Halifax, surrounded by poor people, than I do up here surrounded by rich people. So that's how it is. But anyway, 2 weeks here, and yeah, I've got a lovely view, and I've got my babies, and everything's good. And it is November, I don't know what day, I don't know, about 21st or something. I don't even know the date. I don't look at the time or date unless I'm at work, and I'm only looking to see when I'm going home. But yeah, I don't know if I've just said that my car died the day the dogs got here. So my car is dead outside, it's just dead. It'll get fixed eventually, but for now I get my shopping delivered, I get subsidised meals at work, and I'm not bothered. So I'll do another vlog in a week or two or something. Because I just feel like I'm talking about nothing all the time. But yeah, life is good. Anyway, I'm going to go because I don't like doing long vlogs. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.